Adventure Ride event. In addition to New Year's savings, use Easy Search online to help you find your perfect vehicle.
Tonight, several developing stories as we come on the air. 3/4 of the country bracing tonight for dangerous, life-threatening cold. Whiteout conditions already, 34 states on alert. The dramatic rescue from Lake Michigan. Wind chills expected to hit more than 50 below zero in some places. The horrific video tonight, the deadly police shootout, officers responding to a call of shots fired, the gunman opening fire on them. President Trump threatening another government shutdown is possible if no wall. And tonight, the cost to the American economy already $11 billion. The case of road rage on an American highway, a man on the hood, a driver speeding up to 70 miles an hour. The police officer charged tonight, a woman officer shot in the chest and killed in his home. Investigators say they were playing a form of Russian roulette. The measles, the public health emergency now declared tonight, and authorities say there is a common link. Major news tonight that could affect thousands of American troops serving in America's longest war. Martha Raddatz is here. Running against Trump, the former CEO of Starbucks floats a possible run. The fierce reaction. Kamala Harris and the crowd of 20,000. And the headline involving Hillary Clinton. And breaking now, how close is Robert Mueller to being finished with his investigation? What we've just learned.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to start another week with all of you at home, and we have a lot to get to tonight. We're going to begin with that downright dangerous cold about to sweep in 34 states, and we're talking about wind chills more than 50 below zero in some places. A winter storm is already hammering the Midwest, heading east. Blizzard-like conditions, that's from Moline, Illinois. Freezing rain in North Dakota, this car clipping a sheriff's vehicle on the side of the road, spinning multiple times. Whiteout conditions causing a lot of accidents on I-90. That's from Erie County, Pennsylvania. And right behind it tonight, look at this. By Wednesday morning, wind chills for some 20 million Americans will be brutally cold. 51 below zero, that's in Minneapolis there. And look at that, 47 below in Chicago. Tonight, from the warning over how little time you should spend outside to the pipes in your home, how to keep them from freezing. Alex Perez leading us off.
Tonight, a powerful winter storm making travel treacherous across the upper Midwest. In Minnesota, brigades of snowplows are racing to clear roads, more than 130 crashes in 10 hours. Wisconsin residents digging out for more than half a foot of snow.
Kind of a nightmare for us parents between school cancellations and trying to get things shoveled and getting to work on time.
More than 1,100 flights already canceled at Chicago airports.
Come on over here.
Chicago police racing to rescue a man from the icy waters of Lake Michigan Sunday.
Pull yourself up, we got you.
He had jumped in to save his dog, but became trapped.
Give me your hand.
Those officers pulling him to safety, both lucky to be alive. Wind chills below zero this week for millions from the northern plains to the northeast. Some spots will feel like 65 below zero.
No matter how many layers you have on, the wind pierces through.
The Arctic cold, tough on your home too. Experts say you should move any furniture blocking vents to help better distribute the heat. Leave the faucet dripping to prevent water from freezing in pipes. And check your furnace filter. A clogged filter could cause your furnace to shut down. In Atlanta, as thousands pour in for the Super Bowl, they're bracing for snow and single-digit temperatures.
We've seen before when we aren't proactive, you have black ice, you get wrecks on the connector.
Schools and businesses already closing.
And David, you can see the power of that deep freeze. Parts of Lake Michigan behind me here already frozen. This cold is no joke. With that 65 below zero feel-like temperature, it could take as little as 5 minutes for frostbite to begin on exposed skin. David?
Important warning, just 5 minutes. All right, Alex Perez leading us off tonight. Thank you. As I mentioned, these temperatures sweep in, and then they last for some time. Let's get right to Sam Champion tracking it all for us tonight. Hey, Sam.
Hey, good evening, David. And yeah, you're right. We've got about 3 days below this Arctic blast. But let's get to the maps and show everyone what's happening with this front. The front drops all the way into deep south. You've seen the Great Lakes. Now look at the south. We've got a good solid hit of snow, and that's why southern states like Alabama have issued a state of emergency. There's a freezing mix and snow all the way through the Southland. When that snow, that 1 to 3, moves into the mid-Atlantic or the Northeast, that's not so much a problem. The problem is the brutal cold that comes in behind it, and those numbers you've been talking about. That 41 below below, 50 below. Those are the wind chills. And David, I got to tell you this. Thursday morning, the real temperature in Chicago will be close, within 2 degrees of their coldest temperature ever. That's actually the coldest day for the Northeast as well, David.
Wow. Sam Champion with us tonight. Sam, thank you as always. In the meantime, we're going to turn next this evening to the deadly police shootout in Denver. Officers were responding to a call of shots fired, and when they got there, the gunman then opened fire on them. The officers do survive this, but we warn you, it is difficult to watch. ABC's Clayton Sandell is in Denver.
Tonight, new video of Denver police responding to a shots fired call when one officer is hit. That wounded officer is dragged behind a car as a fellow officer stands watch with a rifle. But seconds later, the suspect opens fire again. The second officer goes down. Police return fire. The shooting triggering a massive response. One SWAT officer racing to the scene is injured in a crash.
An officer involved shooting.
You receive a phone call that you never want to receive. 2 of your officers shot in the line of duty.
The suspect barricades himself inside a house. Police telling neighbors to shelter in place as they deploy tear gas. The Sunday standoff lasting nearly 6 hours until a large fire breaks out at the suspect's house. He is taken into custody. The suspect's name and motive still unknown. Late today, Denver police say the suspect has now died. The 3 officers who were injured are all expected to make a full recovery. David?
And that is good news. Clayton Sandell, thank you. There's also developing news as we come on the air tonight involving the Russia investigation, a rare indication tonight of how soon the Robert Mueller investigation might be over. For the first time, the acting attorney general now weighing in late today, and what he said made immediate news. So let's get right to ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas with us live tonight. Pierre, what have you learned?
David, we got something we never get, specific guidance about where things stand with the Mueller investigation. Matt Whitaker said he's been fully briefed on the probe and that the investigation is, quote, close to being completed. David, he was not more specific than that, but our sources have told us that the Mueller investigation could be done in the next few weeks. So far, 34 people have been indicted by the special counsel, and there have been 7 convictions, including 5 Trump associates. The latest indictment, Trump advisor Roger Stone, who said today he will plead not guilty. He's expected in court tomorrow, David.
Pierre Thomas with us live from Washington. Pierre, thank you. Tonight, hundreds of thousands of American workers are back on the job. The government now back open, but the cost of the shutdown to the American economy, $11 billion. Now reopened for 3 weeks, but the president is now warning if no wall, there could be another shutdown. ABC's chief White House correspondent Jonathan Karl tonight.
The White House today refused to rule out another government shutdown when funding runs out on February 15th.
Is the president really willing to go through another shutdown if he can't get any money out of the Democrats for the border wall?
The president doesn't want to go through another shutdown.
That's
not the goal. The goal is border security and protecting the American people.
But in an interview with the Wall Street Journal, the president himself put the chances of a deal with Democrats as, quote, less than 50-50. That's not reassuring to federal employees and their families. Christine Kroll, whose husband serves in the Coast Guard in California, tapped into her savings to get her through this shutdown.
I'm afraid that we're going to be in the same exact position in 3 weeks. Do I turn my bills back on to auto pay? Do I go back and pay all these bills that I've turned off? Or do I just hoard these paychecks because I'm nervous, will we be able to pay for our kids, food?
And tonight, the new sobering estimate from the Congressional Budget Office. The economic toll of the shutdown was much greater than expected, some $11 billion lost.
Let's get back to John with us live tonight from the White House. John, I know Speaker Pelosi hasn't budged, saying no money for the wall, but I understand she has extended a new invitation to the president for him to deliver a State of the Union.
She has, and the president has just responded in a letter saying, "It is my great honor to accept. The speech will be a week from tomorrow." And David, the 2 leaders also spoke over the phone. I am told that conversation lasted about 12 minutes, their first conversation in almost 3 weeks. And a senior official here told me it was a good and constructive conversation.
All right, 12 minutes, very precise. John Karl reporting in as always. Thank you, John. Now to that moment that played out on a Massachusetts highway. It shocked fellow drivers who witnessed it all. A man holding onto the front hood of this car right here as the driver then speeds up to 70 miles an hour. ABC's Ariel Reshef on the scene in court today.
Tonight, this alarming road rage confrontation on a busy Massachusetts turnpike ending with two men facing charges.
I thought he was going to run over me.
Police say this white SUV reached speeds of up to 70 miles per hour as 65-year-old Richard Komrowski clings to the hood for nearly 3 miles.
I just kept telling him, stop the car, and he wouldn't stop.
At times, the driver, 37-year-old Mark Fitzgerald, appearing to hit the gas. Watch as this gun-wielding witness intervenes, ordering Fitzgerald out of the driver's seat. Authorities say the dangerous standoff started with a minor sideswipe before escalating. Komrowski jumping on the front of the car, Fitzgerald taking off. Both men in court today. Komrowski charged with disorderly conduct, Fitzgerald assault with a dangerous weapon, both pleading not guilty. David, Fitzgerald's license has been revoked. As for the man who brandished that gun, he had a license to carry and is not being charged. David?
Ariel, thank you. We have been following the real concern over measles, and tonight a public health emergency has now been declared in Washington state. And authorities there say there is a common thread. They also say if someone infected visits a store or a restaurant, a school, that virus then hangs in the air for up to 2 hours. ABC's chief national correspondent Matt Gutman is in Vancouver, Washington for us.
That measles outbreak growing by the hour.
My biggest concern as the numbers increase, that we lose a child to this disease, and something that is completely, utterly preventable.
Tonight, at least 30 of the 35 patients sickened with the measles in Clark County, Washington, were never vaccinated. There are an additional 11 suspected cases. Experts here warn the public might have been exposed at a recent Portland Trailblazers game, at Portland's airport, at area schools, a local Costco, and IKEA. Washington state has been called a hotspot because of its anti-vaccine movement. It has one of the lowest vaccination rates in the country, but it's not just in the Northwest. New York State has registered 184 measles cases in just the past 4 months. The highly contagious virus can live on surfaces or in the air for up to 2 hours. Callie Cato's 2-year-old daughter is immunocompromised after a recent liver transplant.
How does this outbreak affect you?
I'm worried. I'm very worried.
Measles had all but disappeared in the U.S. after widespread use of the vaccine, but in recent years, it's made a comeback.
The number of measles infections has tripled just since last year, David, and now the World Health Organization considers reluctance to vaccinate one of its top 10 global threats for 2019. David.
ABC's Matt Gutman with us tonight. Matt, thank you. We're also following a major headline tonight that could affect thousands of American troops fighting in America's longest war in Afghanistan. Tonight, negotiators for the U.S. and the Taliban have reached what is being called, quote, agreements in principle on key issues for a peace deal that could end 17 years of war in Afghanistan. Let's get right to our chief global affairs correspondent, Martha Raddatz, who's been to Afghanistan many times for us. And Martha, this comes from a top U.S. envoy who acknowledged these meetings, these talks lasted far longer than anyone thought. And the acting defense secretary underscored this late today.
He certainly did. Patrick Shanahan said they were encouraging conversations. That may not sound like a big deal, but it is. It's very significant, given they've been after the Taliban and trying to get to some sort of peace agreement for so many years, 17 years.
And the bottom line for folks watching at home, of course, is what does this mean for the 14,000 U.S. troops that are still there on the ground in Afghanistan?
We already know that about 7,000 of those troops will come back. Shanahan was asked today whether he's being tasked with bringing them all back home. He said no, he had not, but that doesn't mean it won't happen, David.
All right, Martha Raddatz will stay on this potential peace deal. Martha, thank you. In the meantime, the race for 2020, the list of candidates who want to take on President Trump is growing tonight. The former CEO of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, signaling overnight he might run. And tonight, the reaction has been swift. And over the weekend, 20,000 turning out for Senator Kamala Harris. Here's ABC's Mary Bruce.
Democrats warn he could cost them the White House, but former Starbucks CEO Howard Schultz isn't backing down.
If I run for president, I will run as an American under one banner, the American flag.
Schultz, a lifelong Democrat, would run as an independent.
Both parties are consistently not doing what's necessary on behalf of the American people.
But former New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg, who himself considered an independent run, insists an independent would just split the anti-Trump vote and end up re-electing the president. The Democratic field is already getting crowded. California Senator Kamala Harris kicked off her campaign this weekend before a crowd of more than 20,000 people.
We must answer a fundamental question. Who are we? Who are we as Americans? So